Hi everyone, so let's just get started and jump right in. I'm going to start by having my pan nice and hot at a medium-high heat. I put in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and then I added in 1 diced onion. I'm not actually looking to cook this onion through, I just want to sweat it a bit. So as you see me moving it around in the pan, I'm really not letting it cook that much. I'm just going to start it off and then I'm going to add in my ground beef. So I broke it up into little chunks because it just made it more evenly distributed throughout the pan instead of putting in one big lump of meat. And then I'll just mix that till it's nice and cooked and all the oil and fat separates from the meat. Okay, so now that we have cooked the meat almost thoroughly, I put a lid on it and then I drained off all the excess fat as you see there. And then I'll just continue to cook it to make sure everything is nice and cooked through and that the pieces are nice and small. You don't want anything larger than bite size. And then we're gonna go ahead and season it. So you can do the seasoning to taste. I tend to put more because more is more in my head and I just like it like that. But honestly, yeah, just do it to taste and however you like it. I use salt, pepper, paprika, oregano, garlic powder, and cumin, and I was honestly the most heavy-handed when I used the cumin. After that, I went in with a cup of water. You see me putting in like very little there, but I did end up going back in with more, so I would suggest using a cup. And then I used some chipotle mango seasoning. This is definitely optional. I just had it in my cupboard, so I wanted to use it anytime I cook. I just want to use all the different spices that I have because I just have them laying there in front of me. And then I went in with about a 1/4 cup of salsa, and then I'll just mix all that together. You're not really looking to cook the meat anymore because it's already cooked through. You just basically want to make sure everything is well combined and evenly seasoned throughout. Then I'll go in with some flour. So I used about 3 tablespoons. I kind of eyeballed it, but I basically eyeball everything when I'm cooking. And this is gonna help to make it a little bit more saucy and just coat the meat more. So that way when later on when we put it on our rice, there is a little bit of sauce that you can have. So right now you can see me going in there and seasoning it some more with cumin and paprika. I like to taste the meat throughout the cooking process to see if I want to add more seasoning. I like to start with a little bit, that way later on I can always add more, but you can never take away. So I would suggest doing that with anything you cook, is always just slowly seasoning throughout the cooking process so you can control how much flavor you have. Next, I'm just going to cut up 4 limes and I just quartered them. Super simple, super easy. And then I'm going to set those aside and then I'll get my bowls ready for prepping because it's easiest if you just do it in like a line assembly. So I put 2 limes in there and you're going to see me take those out real soon because I changed my mind on how I wanted to place all the food down. But I started off by putting down some rice and then I'll put in black beans and corn, and these are all canned to keep it nice and affordable. And then I'll just put the ground beef mixture right on top of the rice, and then I'll just add back in our 2 limes. Later on I did add in some salsa just into the corner, but that's definitely optional. I didn't actually get it on film, but anyways, that's the finished product, guys. I hope you enjoyed.